I'm beaten. You've shown me the error of my ways. From here on out, I promise to reform the way the cartel is run.
For now, you will remain the trade prince of the Bilgewater cartel.
It will be as you say. Long live the Bilgewater cartel. For the Horde!
Jastor Gallywix. He's back in business.
Indeed.
We are so back in business, baby. I remember playing through the Goblin starting area in high school and saying, "Thrall, why?" when he let Gallywix continue to rule the Bilgewater cartel. Well, it's been 14 years of Gallywix having a presence within the storyline, and we haven't seen much of him since the Civil War and Battle for Azeroth. Though we see him doing something in Tazavesh, the Goblin Trade Prince has been MIA. In the latest patch, Undermined, we will be taking a break from Zalamami and forgettable Nerubian queens. Yes, Ansarek, you are not as cool as Farak and Sarkareth, but we're gonna focus on a proper villain, Trade Prince Gallywix.
Back in business.
On the topic of Gallywix and characters that have interactions with him, I'm so excited to see Monty Gazlowe and Thrall interact with this storyline in particular. Gallywix, love or hate him, is a villain that steals the show every time he's on screen. He's comical, evil, and most of all, greedy. Since Monty took over the Bilgewater cartel, we've not seen much of his presence in the storyline. Again, in the Siren Isle, it's been nice seeing world building to the Bilgewaters out and about working, even seeing their current leader delegating. But the Bilgewater cartel, in my opinion, has always been one of the coolest additions to the Horde and Cataclysm. From the moment they joined, you could see their impact on the Horde's technology. For Gazlowe, I see us getting a storyline where we go beyond the Goblin's typical greed and get to see one that commands the cartel with integrity. I also enjoy that Gazlowe hasn't been portrayed as being this perfect leader in one's eye and is still very much a goblin at heart. With his ties to the construction and reconstruction to Orgrimmar, him being a Bilgewater was such a great change. I hope we see Gazlowe interact with goblins from the starting area, such as Sassy Hardridge. It's nice to see those callbacks. This storyline, in the words of Ban, will be tied up in a nice little bow, and hopefully focuses on all the goblins being profitable, and not just for Jastor. Our favorite orc Thrall is no stranger to making bad decisions when leaving leaders in charge. During the Cataclysm, Thrall decides to spare Jastor Gallywix and leave him in charge of the Bilgewater cartel goblins, which is an incredibly controversial take at the time, and to this day. We now have a chance for Thrall to correct the mistake he made long ago and assist in the former Trade Prince's downfall. I love it when the story calls back to the Cataclysm era Horde. This may be one of the final times we see that at play. Let Thrall relate to the havoc Gallywix caused to the Lost Isles, but also let him reflect on the fact that the Bilgewater cartel saved him from imprisonment by the Alliance. As for Jastor himself, well, what more is there to really say other than this being the perfect time in the storyline to deal with him? I'm very curious to see what his involvement with Xal'atath is going to be. What dark secrets will we discover within the Galagio? What was Gallywix even doing in Shadowlands with the brokers? How did he even get out of the Shadowlands? There's so many unanswered questions, and I love the fact that we're finally going to receive answers. I bet we may see some sort of deal he struck with the brokers in Tazavesh, maybe even connecting them to the Ethereals in our universe. Gallywix and his multiple chins are awaiting us at the end of the raid, and you can guarantee there's going to be some hilarious dialogue and fun boss mechanics for the guy. As for his fate, I have a feeling this will be the Trade Prince's final appearance, but I could also see a poetic justice ending for him, having to do some incredibly tedious work for all of eternity in the void. I could see that being a fate fitting for this goblin. He's a villain that needs a comeuppance after everything he's done. I'm also hopeful that Jastor will have some unique dialogue for the Goblin player, similar to bosses that commented on previous artifact owners. What I do know is this is going to be a great storyline for the Horde, and I'm here for it. This has been a storyline that's been in the background for quite a while, and I'm glad it's finally getting addressed. Also, Gazlowe and Thrall, let's go. And you know what, let's add G Firepaw there as well. So what are your thoughts on the Trade Prince's return? Do you love it? Do you hate it? I'd love to hear in the comments below. And I'll see you next time.